That's exactly how this place works. Isn't that ridiculous? 0344 499 1000. We'll take your calls on that. Let's talk to Mark Llewellyn-Slade, who is the CEO of Awards Intelligence and Queen's Honours. He is an expert in these matters. Let's find out what he makes of it. Mark, a very good afternoon to you.
Hi, Mike.
It makes me despair, I'm sorry to say, Mark, when I see that the only qualification needed now, apparently, to get an OBE or a CBE would appear to be complete and utter abject failure.
Well, you know, when it comes to Timothy and Hill, the two examples you've used, they're certainly controversial choices. But when it comes to the honours system, we tend to focus on those in the public eye and on celebrities like Boycott and Strauss. But the vast majority of recipients are what I describe as being extraordinary, ordinary people. People doing great work in the community and for charity, as well as outstanding philanthropists, entrepreneurs, doctors, business leaders, academics. The list is endless. There really is a diverse mix of people who get them. So it's more about Burt in Bristol and Mavis in Macclesfield than it is Boycott the batsman, if you like.
Well, I mean, Boycott is one I'm not even going to get into, but the idea that he tells somebody that, oh, well, that was a long time ago, I don't really give a toss what you're saying about that, meaning that he's wiping away the case that was brought against him for domestic violence. That's another story altogether. Listen, I'm in favour of the ordinary people's honours. I think they're quite a good idea. They mean something to people. They give people a sense of pride. But I'm very much against this kind of, self-aggrandising type honours list where you basically reward the people that you worked with and kick them all up into the House of Lords and say, thanks very much indeed. You've basically, because what you're basically doing is creating a kind of opportunism for people to go and work in politics because they know they'll end up with a nice cushy number at the end of it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, any worthy person based anywhere in the world who meets the criteria can be nominated for a UK honour, whether it be an OBE or a knighthood.
Why have I not been nominated for one?
I reckon, Mike, yours is lost in the post. I'd have a word with the postman in the morning. I'd blame him. Honestly,
yeah, well,
that's the only reason I can think of.
I think it's a bit like Goodfellas around where I live. I think the postman's been warned off, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it took Boycott how many years since he got his OBE? I think it was in 1982 he got his OBE. Right. And he's only just been upgraded to a knighthood now. So stay calm and wait for the postman. And remember as well, you don't even have to be a British citizen or even live in the UK. So it really is an honour system open to any outstanding person across the globe. But the million-dollar question.
Sorry, I was going to say, is there not some nicety that you cannot be knighted? You can be knighted, but you can't use the title Sir unless you're a British citizen.
Yeah, with any honour up to knighthood, so MBE, OBE, CBE, for example, it's no different. So you can use the letters OBE, whether you're British or American or whatever. Right. When it comes to a knighthood, you can still use the letters KBE after your name, but you can't officially call yourself Sir. Right. But a lot of people do automatically get called Sir because people see those letters and go, oh, he's got a knighthood, I'll call him Sir. Or a DBE, a damehood, and they'll call a lady Dame if they see those letters. But strictly speaking, you're absolutely right.
It has got a bit daft, though. I mean, I'm looking down the OBE list, which starts with Kirsty Buchanan, former Special Advisor to the Prime Minister, Victoria Busby, Deputy Director for Rents and Visits at Downing Street, Philip Dunville, Agent in Maidenhead, and the Honourable Caroline Hawkey, Independent Reviewer of the Modern Slavery Act. It goes on and on and on, all the way down to Deborah Wheatley, housekeeper at 10 Downing Street, who's probably the only one that actually deserves something.
Well, the million-dollar question is, have these people gone above and beyond the call of duty? Because people don't get honours for simply doing their job.
Well, it doesn't look like that to me, though, Mark. It looks like they get the honour for being in Downing Street at the same time as Theresa May.
Yeah, I think with any outgoing Prime Minister's resignation honours list, there's going to be controversy. You can't avoid it. I remember when the last one headed for the Hills, I think a hairdresser got one.
Well, there's nothing wrong with hairdressers getting them, is there?
No, but for simply cutting the PM's hair.
Well, it depends on the PM, I suppose, doesn't it? I mean, she or he may have made them look an awful lot better than they did.
Well, yeah, it depends on the quality of the haircut, Mike. You're absolutely right. But we could debate, issues like that all day long. when at the end of the day, what we should be looking at is extraordinary, ordinary people and brilliant surgeons who should be motivated to carry on with their life-changing research and that kind of thing, and academics that are doing stuff in universities that, you know, are benefiting business and the economy, and entrepreneurs that are employing thousands of people and boosting the tax coffers.
Listen, I don't want to take issue with anything you've said, because it all makes perfect sense. But in a way, all of those people are doing their jobs, aren't they? I mean, if you're a surgeon saving lives, yes, it's a particularly brilliant job, but it's still your job. In the same way that if you're an academic and you're making studies which are useful to people and are helping to educate the general population, that's your job, you know?
Absolutely. You shouldn't get an honour for simply doing your job. But if you're a surgeon who has furthered the cause of finding a cure for cancer, you could argue that goes above and beyond being a GP handing out tablets for a sniffly nose.
No, of course.
You know,
I can see that, but you see where the difficulties are here. It's a real minefield, because in the end, I don't know whether you know the answer to this, but what sorts of people put letters after their name? Because I think if I got an OBE, I probably wouldn't use it. I wouldn't go, you know, oh, hello, my name's Michael Graham, OBE.
Well, a lot of people actually accept the honour in order to further the cause for which they got it. So if someone got an honour for raising money for a particular charity, getting that honour will put the spotlight on that person. The media will want to know, well, why have you got that OBE or CBE? And it'll give them a platform, for example, to talk about that particular charity. It will also get them invited to the right networking events and the right dinners, and there'll be a VIP automatically, and they'll sit next to the right people, and they can influence those people and help to further the cause of that charity or that good cause. So the real reason a lot of these people choose them is to further the cause rather than boost their own egos.
Do you know what I think we should have as well, Mark? And I don't know if you would agree, but in the House of Lords in particular, I think it should be a bit like the Premier League. You know, if you're going to put another 4 in there, you have to take 4 out.
Yeah, well, they do rely a little bit on natural wastage in the upper house, I think.
That's a very controversial issue, that. I'm not going to go there. Mark, listen, I've got to run because we're running late. Thank you. Mark Llewellyn-Slade, there, who is CEO of Awards Intelligence. Listen, I've been a great advocate in the past of not giving out awards at all, because I think the honours list is elitist. I think it's, you know, badly structured. I think it sort of rewards the wrong people by and large. I take his point that ordinary people getting awards and OBEs and things is a great thing, and it's a wonderful tribute to them if they so deserve it. However, as I said, I think the only way that I would put any more people in the House of Lords is to take a few out. Put 4 in, take 4 out. Simple. 0344 499 1000. Lots more to come. This is Talk Radio. Let's get some news headlines with Rachel Jewell.
Talk Radio, half-hour headlines.
Jeremy